If we look on the pericardium meridian, we've already worked, we've gone over several times, and to be honest, I have repeated a lot of this so it really sinks in. Along this line here, we've got the setup point from that soft block. So soft blocks come in, that's beautiful, and it's going to hurt. We could look at this also as a manipulation. So if I press into here, and again using that in, up, and drawing the energy back type move, it's a great control point. If you notice with all these, Steve, as anybody else, will move away from the pain and either drop or come up on his toes. Now his hand's gone on there already. I've got minimal application on that. Very, very painful. From a perspective of running a little bit further up into the bicep, we've covered this about actually stomping into the bicep, splitting the muscle, but the pericardium runs along there. A little tap into there is going to be horrible, with the possibility of actually bursting that bicep. Great, great move. But what we'll do, because Steve's taken quite a lot over the last 2 days, we're going to come in here into, if you like, the pectoral muscle and the last one of the areas here. And for want of a better word, we'll call it the pec penetrator. Now, just watch. I'm going to do it in 2 different ways. Steve, if you could just sort of turn around there. I'm going to first of all just put a little bit of a hammer fist into here. It's not having any effect apart from annoying him. If I try and penetrate that point now, you can see it's an enormous difference. Absolutely enormous. And yeah, the pant, because I've actually penetrated into the lung. However, remember we have this fire line coming out here. Remember we have these heavy hand techniques where instead of taking the in and out, ready for the next one, I'm aiming it as more destructive. We could do so many bad things with this. But I'm going to just do it as a heavy hand, then I'm going to do it penetrating with that small knuckle there, allowing that fine meridian to really kick in. So heavy hand.
Horrible.
Horrible. Now I'm going to put that in. And I'm going to put a little bit of movement into this rather than just letting it come through. And I promise you there's no more than 15%, 20% of what we could achieve with that. Devastating. I could even come across a little bit more and do that into the front of the sternum, which we're going to cover with the conceptor and governor vessel meridians later on in this DVD. But you can see there, and the beauty is, if I hit into that sternum hard, I could crack it, damage the heart. The pec muscle is not an area where we would normally tend to attack. We talk about the yin-yang theory. If I was going to hit that, I'd probably be hitting here to stop him from going back at the same time. Then coming in for the turns and the controls from there. So three of many we could show on the pericardium. As I said to you before, I'm showing more or less individual techniques so you can see how effective it is. When we start actually multiplying these with the different meridians, it goes off the scale. But this is our base point.